now invite Maria Hassan to share her story about how asthma impacts her life. Maria?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Maria Hassan, and I'm a grandparent of a 1-year-old that has asthma. And it really concerns me because, for his first year of life, he's been 4 times hospitalized because of asthma. And because I know it's winter time, we keep him inside the house. But I'm wondering when they start going out, when it gets nice weather, and if it start affecting this old environment. I didn't even know that this was happening, that this plant is causing all these asthma causes. And I'm really concerned about his health. So now I'm begging for this to do something about it. I want my grandchild to have a easy life and not have all these asthma problems. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria.
What do we want?
CleanerValley!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
CleanerValley!
When do we want it?
Now!
I can hear you. What do we want?
CleanerValley!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
CleanerValley!
When do we want it?
Now!
How you doing?
Our next speaker is Dennis Gresinski, Senior Counsel of the Midwest Environmental Advocates.
Woohoo!
Thank you. You've heard how air pollution harms our community's health. We've already had 3 air pollution advisories since the beginning of the year in Milwaukee, warning the elderly, children, and people with heart or lung problems to stay indoors and restrict their activities. That affects family members or neighbors of just about all of us, doesn't it?
Yes.
I'd say, and I think you'd agree, that there's something wrong with this picture. The Cleaner Valley campaign wants healthy air for all Milwaukee residents. Valley Coal Plant is the largest source of unhealthy particulate pollution, soot, in Milwaukee. But the new air pollution permit for the plant, prepared by the DNR, does not require it to meet current health standards. I'd say, and I think you'd agree, there's something wrong with this picture. The Cleaner Valley campaign wants EPA, in reviewing the permit, to require it to protect our community's health. We Energies needs to act now to stop causing unhealthy air pollution in Milwaukee, as it has already done in Port Washington and Oak Creek, by cleaning up its plants in those nearly all-white communities.
That's right.
Residents of the Hispanic, African American, and Asian neighborhoods near the Valley plant deserve clean air just as much as people who live near the utilities plants in Port Washington and Oak Creek. The utilities started to clean up those other plants many years ago, yet hasn't even begun to clean up its Valley plant. I'd say, and I think you'd agree, that there's something wrong with this picture.
Yes.
It's a matter of fairness and of environmental justice, and the Cleaner Valley campaign wants justice for these communities now. And the utility can't afford it. 2 weeks ago, it announced record profits for 2010 of $456 million, and its share price reached an all-time record high. Somebody's doing well. Meanwhile, Milwaukee's air quality has earned a grade of F from the American Lung Association. I'd say, and I think you'd agree, that there's something wrong with this picture.
There is something wrong. We agree.
The Cleaner Valley campaign believes that community health must be a higher priority than record corporate profits. What do we want?
Cleaner Valley!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Cleaner Valley!
When do we want it?
Now!
Thank you.
Woo!
We want to know less profits, more care. Less profits, more health. Less profits, more health.
Less profits.
More health.
Less profits, more health. Less profits, more health. Less profits, more health. Less profits, more health.
Thank you, Dennis. Next we have Jennifer Fairhurn. She'll correct me. Sierra Club.
Woo!
So we've been hearing about the dirty air. We've been hearing, and we're going to hear again about the dirty air that comes out of the energy smokestacks, and about the dirty air that Milwaukee residents are left to breathe. Dirty air plagues Milwaukee simply too often. Dennis told us that already this year, we've seen 3 health advisory days. Those are days when DNR actually warns us about our air. When you look at the monitoring data, the instruments that measure how dirty our air actually is, we find that on 4 days, since the first of the year, in the last 45 days, on 4 days, our air quality has been in what EPA deems the orange alert level. On 28 other days, our air quality has been in the yellow level. What does this mean? It means that folks that are sensitive to air pollution need to take precautions. I have mothers tell me that they go on EPA's website to look at the code red, the code yellow, the code orange days, and they check it like they check the weather, so they know what inhalers to send with their children to school, so they know whether their children's recess activities need to be limited. Since the beginning of the year, that's 45 days, we have seen a total of 32 days where there has been too much air pollution in Milwaukee's air. That's more than 2 out of every 3 days. We need to be concerned about the air pollution in our air. The valley smokestacks are the biggest single source in the city of Milwaukee of this kind of pollution, and they need to stop. We know that We Energies can clean up its act. We've seen them do it. We've seen them do it in Port Washington. We've seen them do it in Oak Creek. Why are they leaving the community in downtown Milwaukee to breathe the dirty air? Why are they leaving the 24,000 people that live within a mile of that stack to breathe the pollution coming from that stack? It is time for We Energies to stop shirking its responsibility to this community. It is time for the EPA to not let this community fall through the cracks. It is time for We Energies to clean up its act right here in downtown Milwaukee and stop the air pollution that's coming out of those stacks.
We are a diverse and powerful coalition, and it is my honor to invite Reverend Willie Briscoe, President of MICA, to speak.
Thank you very much. I'm pleased and honored to be here today. I represent MICA, which is Milwaukee Inner City Congregations Allied for Hope. Like Dr. McManus started out saying, I would like to represent Martin Luther King and his dream for the beloved community. This is his beloved community. Too long have we stood aside and watched profit, watched power and politics ride the backs of the impoverished, the disenfranchised into the ground. Right now, I'm calling on all the people in this city to stand up, because We Energies don't want to hear us when we're speaking with a small voice. We're going to have to speak with a loud and resounding voice in order for them to be able to hear us. So I stay here, and my religious background will tell me we're not in a battle with flesh and blood. We're battling powers and wickedness in high places. When we look at our government that are pushing the agenda of politics and their party instead of the desires of the people, when we look at big money and industry, which is selling our health away for profit, we have to take back control of our community. The people, if we rise up, there's nobody can oppose us. If we rise up and realize that we are the ones who have power, we're the ones who put politicians in office, we're the ones who put profit in these big companies' pockets. If we have those people that are sitting at home on the couches watching us now, those people that are in the streets know that we have power to take back what they have taken from us. So when I sit here today, as I am a member of this coalition, the Clear Valley Coalition, MICA is going to stand for it. We're going to stand up, we're going to preach this, we're going to teach this, and we're going to talk it throughout our congregations and throughout our neighborhoods that we're not going to take this anymore. God did not create us in a pure spirit of fear. God gave us power. God gave us witness that we are his people, and we're going to stand here today and take back what God has given us. That's our human given rights to live and to breathe clean air. Now, one of the things, I'm not standing for you today. Look around, look at each other today, look around you, because this is the beginning of something that's going to be larger than anyone ever anticipated. This is only the beginning. We're about coalition building, we're about partnerships, and we're about taking back our rights and our freedoms as a people. We do not have to live in poverty. We do not have to live disenfranchised. If we stand up, there's nobody can stand against us. So as I'm speaking to you today from Micah, Milwaukee Inner City Congregation Allied for Hope, with multi-dimensional, multinational, multicultural, and multi-congregational, we will not go silent again to the night. We will fight this. We will fight social justice. We will fight environmental justice. We will fight in our neighborhoods, in our streets, and we will fight in our churches. We are at war because we're under attack. If you don't believe it, look at what's happening in Madison today, and look at the disenfranchisement that we energies are saying. They think that we don't have a voice. But I'm telling you, if we stand up, we stand together as a people. I don't care, you can call out the National Guard, you can call out the dogs, you can call out the water hose, and it's not going to stop us.
Thank you to all of our speakers. Now please, we are collecting signatures. We have a petition drive. And we are going to post that on our website, Cleaner Valley Coalition. So please join us in this effort, in this fight.